Hey, Bookmatic lifelong learners. In this video today, we're going to talk about 5 ways to stay on top of your goals. Because you know what? We're already in February. Actually, it's a week past February. So a lot of you may have actually stopped working on their New Year's resolutions or have just had a hard time with continuing with their goals. So I will get into this video talking about the 5 major things that I personally do to help myself drive towards my goals, accomplish them, keep motivated, keep happy. So make sure you're subscribed to this channel and let's get into it. Okay, so the very first thing that you should do when you're trying to accomplish your goals is look for the purpose. Ask yourself, what can I do today to help me drive forward towards my ultimate goal? What am I doing now to drive myself forward to my ultimate goal? And actually that goes into the second tip is I'll still talk about the first tip and the second tip here, but keeping a list, writing down the top 3 to 6 things that you want to accomplish during that day. So these things that you write down here should align with that purpose. And that's why I put that purpose as the number 1 thing that you should ask yourself when you're writing down your 3 to 6 things. Why do I pick 3 to 6 things? Well, first of all, I want to make it clear that something like reading, I read every single day. Something like reading, I'm not going to put down in my top 3 to 6 things because I already have built a habit. So all the little tiny small things like checking your email, cleaning the house, whatever it may be, that you do on a regular basis, don't include in your 3 to 6 things. The 3 to 6 things should be like major project type of things. So I'll give you an example. Write and send February newsletter. Write review for people skills for analytical thinkers. Create a post on Bookmatic about 15 books finished in 2020. Create and post stock hashtags, MMM. Pick and film topic for YouTube. Like these are the types of things that I personally write down in my daily planning journal. So that gives you an idea of what you're supposed to write. So that leads into a secondary point of this number 2 is make sure you also allocate time. So if you've got 6 things written down, and let's say each thing takes 1 hour, that's 6 hours. That means typical work day, let's say, that only leaves you 2 hours for other things like checking emails, making calls, doing a plan, making a plan, something like that, right? So you have to make sure that your allocated time for those 6 major things is enough to also include the other things that you need to do during the day. This helps you to, decide and divide out how much time it will actually take to do each thing. Now, if you don't accomplish one of those items on your list of 6 things, you can always move it over to the next stage. So don't beat yourself for not accomplishing it. At least try to touch on each item. Try to touch on each item and accomplish it if you possibly can. The reason why we write it down is because we want to accomplish those things. Now, number 3, really important, is consistency and time blocking. Now, like I mentioned before, allocating the time is kind of like time blocking. So in a way that's already mentioned, but I mean, this is a huge tip from Deep Work. Time blocking really helps you to focus and be less distracted by any of the other things going on in your life right now. So when you're time blocking, you put away your phone, you put away anything else, you know that you are only going to be focusing on that task, one task at a time, and you'll be able to accomplish it, right? If you don't get distracted by other things. So it takes willpower, it takes a lot of work to do, but it's really worth it, especially when you're working with something like writing or filming something or basically any task. By having 100% focus, you for sure can get it done. And consistency, like for example, with reading, I have built up a consistent habit of reading at least a half an hour every single day. And that's why in 2020, I was able to read 69 books because every single day I read an average of about 45 minutes. 45 minutes, 69 books, one entire year. That's not much at all, right? 45 minutes, like you probably spend 45 minutes scrolling through Instagram or watching videos on YouTube, right? So if you replace that with a great habit like reading, you'll be able to get through a whole lot of books. Replace that with a task you need to do, and you do that every single day for, let's say, 45 minutes. Like, let's say it's writing, you want to write a book, do that for 45 minutes every single day. You'll be able to write a whole book in maybe 6 months or less, right? So the power of consistency is the best tool you could use to accomplish your goals, no doubt. So that goes on to number 4, which is an accountability partner or an accountability group. Now, personally, I have built an accountability group and I've been in other accountability groups, and they are amazing because they help you to stay accountable, hence the name. Imagine being in a group of people or just one other person, and you say that you are going to accomplish this thing. Are you going to accomplish it? If you're in that group, you have a higher chance of accomplishing it, no doubt, because you are held publicly accountable for accomplishing something. And if you don't accomplish that thing, it will make you feel bad because you said that you were going to accomplish it, but then you didn't. So that's why accountability groups are really powerful, because they help you to stay accountable. Hence the name. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. So I'm going to go on to the next thing here, which is the last thing, reflection. I'm a big advocate of reflection. So if you see in my journal here, I call it a journal, but it's also a planner because I keep track of the different things that I need to do. But on the second half of my journal, I write a journal. I write a daily journal in here about my reflective process, about what I have accomplished during the day. And actually, I do a quarterly one as well, and a yearly one. So I will basically look back on my previous entries, and I will take a look at what I've accomplished, what went bad, what I could do better. I do that on a daily basis. I do that on a quarterly basis and a yearly basis. So I highly recommend keeping a daily journal and just writing down your thoughts about how did the day go? What could I have done better? What did I do really well, right? So you're writing all this stuff down. That's what my journal looks like. It's just a reflective process of what I have done. And here's a little bonus part of this video. I've already gone over the 5 points. The bonus part is these 2 book recommendations, which I already showed you one of them. Here's the other one, Measure What Matters. This talks about the OKRs, which is Objective Key Results, which is kind of how I've structured my goal process. My goal setting is I set like a quarterly goal. What do I want to accomplish within the next 3 months? And then I set my daily goals underneath that quarterly goal. It's a fantastic process. It's much better than the SMART goals because it also includes the reflective process. How could you have done better? What did you do well? I highly recommend reading Measure What Matters by John Dewar. It's a fantastic book and it will really help you to get better at your goals. And the other one, which I already mentioned, was Deep Work. So this talks about the being less distracted and focusing more, doing the time blocking to help you accomplish your goals. So I've already touched on this, so I'm not going to touch on it anymore. All I'm going to say is this one is a really powerful book if you apply the knowledge from it in your life. Just like any other book in your life, you got to apply the knowledge to make it worthwhile. So that's the end of this video. I'll go ahead and include a couple other videos up here. Go and check those out. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel. That way you can see the weekly videos and get a whole lot of knowledge. Share it with people who you feel would benefit from it, and I'll see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like these. Also follow my other social media accounts such as Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter for more valuable content. Thank you for watching again, and I will see you guys next time.